other side. 'Cause with your name in my head.
Jungkook had always considered himself a man of surprises. He had jumped off skyscrapers for stunt scenes. He had once fought a raccoon for his fried chicken at a M1, and he had managed to convince the entire world that he was a serious actor, despite his chaotic tendencies. But nothing could have prepared him for this. His head throbbed as he blinked awake, the dim light flickering above him like a scene straight out of an interrogation movie. His wrists were bound behind the chair, ankles tied to its legs, and across the dimly lit room stood the most terrifying yet drop-dead gorgeous woman he had ever seen. YORN, the infamous mafia queen, dressed in an all-black suit, her knee-high boots clicking against the cold floor. She exuded an aura that screamed, "Yin, I will kill you and not break a sweat." Her piercing gaze locked onto him like a predator assessing its prey. Jungkook gulped. "Jungkook." He cleared his throat. "This isn't my hotel suite, is it?" YRN cocked an unimpressed brow. "Yin, do you think your hotel suite has metal chains and a torture chair?" Jungkook squinted. "Jungkook, I mean, some hotels offer weird services." Yin's eyes twitched. "Yin, shut up." He grinned. "Step 1 of dealing with a dangerous kidnapper: annoy them until they make a mistake." "Jungkook, can I at least get a drink?" he asked, tilting his head. "I have a very specific hydration schedule to maintain my flawless skin." Silence. Yin's patience was running thin. She exhaled sharply before stepping closer, placing a deadly knife under his chin. "Yin, I'm only going to ask this once," she said, voice cold. "Tell me about the secret agent working undercover in my territory." Jungkook blinked. "Jungkook? Agent? As in like spy? James Bond? 007? Her grip tightened. "Yin, don't play dumb." "Jungkook, I am dumb," he said proudly. Yin took a slow, deep breath as if contemplating whether she should stab him now or later. "Jungkook, listen," he continued, grinning. "I think there's been a misunderstanding. I'm an actor. I play pretend for a living. The only spying I've done is eavesdropping on directors to see if they're giving me a kissing scene or not." His words held zero fear, which should have been alarming, but this man clearly had no self-preservation skills. Yin wasn't amused. "Yin, you were seen with the agent multiple times." Jungkook frowned. "Jungkook? Oh, you mean Jimin?" Her eyes narrowed. "Yin, Jimin, Jungkook. Yes, my best friend. He gives me fashion advice and lectures me about my bad eating habits. He is not a spy, unless you mean spy in the sense that he secretly throws away my snacks when I'm not looking." YRN let out a dry laugh, placing the knife dangerously close to his cheek. "Yin, you think this is funny?" she whispered. Jungkook bit his lip. "Jungkook." A little silence. Yin's patience had reached its limit. She stepped back, crossing her arms. "Yin, if you refuse to talk," she smirked, voice laced with dangerous amusement, "I'll just force you to marry me." "Jungkook," he stared at her, then burst out laughing. Yin frowned. "Yin, did I stutter?" "Jungkook, no." He gasped between chuckles. "That's just the funniest threat I've ever received." She stepped closer. "Yin, you think I won't do it?" "Jungkook, I think you underestimate how much I'd love to see the headlines." He grinned. "Korea's top actor forcefully marries the mafia queen." Fans shocked, mother disappointed. Yin smirked. "Yin, so you're fine with marrying me?" Jungkook's smile faltered. "Jungkook, wait." "Yin, great. She clapped her hands. Prepare the wedding papers. Jungkook. Wait. 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 YN's guards dragged him away as he flailed Jungkook. This is kidnapping and forced marriage. Where is the Human Rights Commission? Yin. You're in my territory. I am the law. Jungkook gasped. Jungkook. Oh my god. That's so hot. YN sighed. Pinching the bridge of her nose, she was losing her mind. A few days passed. YN, being a woman of her word, had drafted the marriage contract, complete, with signatures and official stamps, but before she could seal the deal, her trusted man finally got proof that Jungkook really was just a chaotic actor, with no ties to the secret agent. Reluctantly, she let him go. One problem, Jungkook kept coming back every single day. YN was in her office, minding her mafia business, when her assistant walked in. Assistant. Boss, he's back. She sighed. Yin. Who? The assistant hesitated. Assistant. Jungkook. YN froze. Before she could respond, the doors burst open, and there he was grinning like a madman. Jungkook. Y or N? He called out happily. Miss me. Her eye twitched. Yin. What are you doing here? Jungkook. Just checking in, he said casually. By the way, did you finalize the wedding date? YN choked. Yin. Excuse me, Jungkook. I mean, you did say you'd marry me, he pointed out. Gotta keep your promises, babe. Y or N inhaled deeply. Yin. Get out, Jungkook. No, he plopped down on her couch. I kind of like it here. It smells like power and expensive perfume. She rubbed her temples. Yin. I should have just killed you, Jungkook. You should have, he agreed. But then you wouldn't have had the pleasure of my company. YRN, a feared mafia queen, was seconds away from strangling him, and yet, somewhere deep down, she couldn't deny that she was slightly entertained. Just slightly. 1 week later, YN sighed, sipping her expensive wine as she sat in her house, waiting for the inevitable, the daily disturbance, the walking headache, Jungkook, and just like clockwork, the doors burst open as her assistant hesitantly peeked in. Assistant. Boss. He's back, YN set her glass down. Yin. I know. Jungkook waltzed in like he owned the place, a smug grin plastered on his stupidly handsome face. Jungkook. Baby. I'm home. YN sighed, rubbing her temples. Yin. Jungkook. Jungkook. Yes. Love. Yin. What are you doing here? Jungkook. I told you already. He smirked. We're getting married. YN glared. Yin. I let you go. Why are you still here? Jungkook gasped dramatically, placing a hand on his chest. Jungkook. You sound so heartless. Are you telling me you kidnapped me, threatened to marry me, and now you're just gonna throw me away? Yin. Yes. Jungkook. Well, too bad, he said cheerfully, plopping down on her leather couch. I've decided that I like it here. Yin. You're an actor. You have a career. Go home. Jungkook grinned. Jungkook. I am home. YN inhaled sharply. Yin. I will throw you out. Jungkook leaned forward, resting his elbows on his knees. Jungkook. Try it. YRN snapped her fingers. 2 strong guards stepped forward, grabbed Jungkook by his arms, and started dragging him toward the door. He remained completely unbothered. Jungkook. Oh, come on, darling. He smirked. Isn't this what you wanted? A handsome husband at your beck and call. YN gritted her teeth. Yin. I wanted information, not a husband. Jungkook winked. Jungkook, too late. The guards reached the door only for Jungkook to immediately walk back in, as if nothing happened. YN stared. Yin. How? Jungkook grinned, shoving his hands in his pockets. Jungkook, your security is good, but I'm a professional escape artist. Yin. You're an actor, Jungkook. Same thing. YN exhaled sharply. She had officially lost control of the situation. 2 weeks later, the media went insane. Breaking news. Korea's top actor Jeon Jungkook engaged to a secretive businesswoman. The world was convinced. Photos leaked of Jungkook flashing his stupidly gorgeous smile while Y/N stood beside him, looking like she wanted to commit murder. Y/N did not sign up for this. She had planned to shut Jungkook down completely, but somehow she found herself dragged into an engagement party she didn't even approve. Yin. How did this happen? She muttered, watching the lavish ballroom filled with celebrities, politicians, and criminals. Jungkook, standing beside her, leaned in with a shameless grin. Jungkook, you didn't say no. YN slowly turned to him. Yin. I will kill you, Jungkook. Not before we cut the engagement cake. He winked. YN clenched her fists as dozens of reporters took photos while Jungkook held her waist like a devoted fiancé. She leaned close, whispering against his ear. Yin, do you have a death wish? Jungkook smirked. Jungkook, if it means spending more time with you, then yeah. YN was going to lose her mind. 3 months later, Jungkook had fully integrated himself into YN's life. Every morning, he greeted her staff with a cheerful Jungkook, good morning, family. They hated it. Every evening, he made dramatic entrances into her office, and every night, he reminded her of their supposed wedding. Jungkook, so, have you picked a wedding dress yet? Yin. Jungkook, leave. Jungkook, can I at least help pick the flowers? Yin. I will throw you in the river. Jungkook thrived on annoying her, but somewhere along the way Y/N started tolerating it, maybe even liking it. It was in the way Jungkook never feared her. The way he made her laugh, even when she wanted to kill him. The way he chose her every day, despite having every reason to leave. And worst of all, she didn't mind anymore. One evening, after another pointless argument, Jungkook leaned back on her couch, arms behind his head. Jungkook, admit it, he said lazily. You'd miss me if I left. YN scoffed. Yin. I'd throw a party. Jungkook smirked. Jungkook, you haven't kicked me out in months. YN crossed her arms. Yin. I just got used to the noise. Jungkook. Sure. He winked. That's why you glare at anyone who flirts with me. She froze. Yin. I do not. Jungkook. You do. He teased. I think you like me, babe. She refused to answer. Instead, she turned around. Yin. Go home. Jungkook. But before she could leave, he grabbed her wrist. She stilled. Jungkook, hey. His voice was softer. I meant it. You know. Yin. Meant what? Jungkook gave a small, genuine smile. Jungkook. That I like you. YN didn't respond. Her heart betrayed her. Beating way too fast. For the first time, she had no idea how to respond. Jungkook, sensing her silence, grinned. Jungkook, don't worry, he said, standing up. I'll remind you tomorrow, and the day after, and after that. YN shoved him out the door, but this time, she smiled. 1 year later, Mafia queen and Korea's most chaotic actor finally tied the knot. The headlines were everywhere. Jungkook, dressed in a perfectly tailored suit, grinned at Y/N, who was wearing a stunning white dress. Yin. Happy now, she muttered. Jungkook smirked. Jungkook, Ecstatic, YN rolled her eyes, but when Jungkook pulled her in for a kiss, she let him. And for once, she didn't push him away, not that she ever could anyway.